Today was the 29th of January 2024. It was a very interesting day. If I woke up this morning and predicted what the day would be like, I would have got it completely wrong. Which sounds exciting, but it was actually pretty shit. Let me just feed the cows and carry on. I'll probably just carry on mining too with my brand new pickaxe. Yeah, let's just do some more mining. Can't go wrong. Don't need to be doing these cows now. We've got an enchanting table. I'll keep them around. Make some. Alright, so today's. I'm just going to carry on mining. I don't want to use too much brain power. Okay. So, 2 moments. Where did I put my random shit? Down here. Grindstone, I forgot how to make those. Cool, we're good to go. Let's move. So, today I woke up and went to the hospital. I was meant to be at the hospital around. I meant to meet my nan at her house at around 10. She kindly offered to give me a lift to the hospital, and I was going to get to hers at around 9:30. I woke up at 8 from my alarm that I set, feeling very tired, which is weird because I had around 8 hours sleep, but I felt like I really wanted to go back to bed, so I did. Then my nan called me saying, actually, could you be a little bit later because I have to make some phone calls? I was like, okay, cool. So then I ended up being way later because I went to sleep properly, and I think I woke up around 10, and I just brushed my teeth, skipped breakfast, and got in the car and drove to my nan's. When I got to my nan's, she was on hold on the phone, and she told me it was her 4th call, and I thought she was just catching up with friends, but what she was actually trying to do was send my coat back. My nan is basically every single anybody who works or has a job on a phone and deals with customers. My nan is their worst nightmare. I remember when I worked in some jobs when I had to speak to people on the phone. My nan is the kind of person that would really piss me off. I mean, obviously in person she's a wonderful person, but when she's a customer with a problem, she will spend hours on the phone to sort it out. And it's my North Face jacket that she bought me for Christmas, and the zip stopped working, and they're literally making it as grueling as possible. Like, she's on the phone for hours, talking to lots of different people, being on hold for a long time, and she will not give up. She's so persistent. They're trying to make her just give up, but she will not give up. So yeah, it's quite funny to watch, and I'm like, oh my god, I bet these people hate her. But she's a soldier. One thing that's slightly annoying is I haven't asked her to do this, and I feel guilty that she's wasting all of her time doing this. But then she starts like demanding me to get on my knees, be like, thank you. I'm like, Nan, look, thanks for doing that, which I already said without her asking for me to say thanks or be grateful. I demonstrated that I was grateful already, but then I can't remember what, but I had a problem with something else, and I told her, and then she accused me of being ungrateful for not being grateful for her being on the phone. I said, I am grateful, but I didn't ask you to do that. And it really annoys me when people do things nice for you that you didn't ask for, but then hold it to you. That really pisses me off. And then she just starts going on about my shoes had some mud on them, which of course I took off before I entered the house anyway. And she just starts going on that, and you know, I've just woken up. I'm about to go to the hospital. I'm still not very pleased about my ear that could likely be fucked for life. And she's just whinging at me. Like 90% of the shit that's coming out of her mouth is just whinging at me. And I was like, Nan, can you just stop whinging? And then she told me to go to the hospital on my own. And she didn't really mean it. She just wanted to say it to like have effect. But I just got up and left. And then she like chased me out the door, and she wasn't saying come back sorry, but she basically was. She didn't say it straight away, like word for word, but she was like, come back, let me clean your shoes, come back, let's go together, But then, you know, she went back inside and expected me to follow her. And to be honest, I wasn't ready for her company, to be honest. So I flipped a coin. Whenever I flip coins, I put heads on what I want to do. And I wanted to leave, because she was actually really annoying me. So it landed on heads, so I just fucking left. And I felt bad. I should have said bye and kissed her on the head and left, but I just left. And to be honest, it's probably for the best, because, I mean, I'm usually pretty in control of my emotions. But I guess I was a little bit emotional today, because, you know, I mean, my appearance will be altered forever. So I was a little bit emotional. And then when she's just whinging at me, yeah, I feel like... Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm not my best self today. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna leave. You know, I'm sure I won't say anything that will like upset her, like anything like really bad. But, I mean, if there's any day that's likely to happen, it's today. So I walked out, and that turned out to be a massive mistake. So I drove to the hospital, and I parked in the free car park, because by now I know where the hot clinic is, where I have to go. I know some of the staff. I know the rough waiting times. I know how to get straight there. So I parked in the parking that's free for 2 hours, expecting just to get in there. Boom, I'm in, smash, and no problem. Get out in 2 hours. Maybe the ear deflated. Maybe it looks semi-normal, or maybe they tell me it's fucked forever. So whatever. So got in the waiting room. I literally only had to wait like 20 minutes this time. Great, got in. Same doctor as Friday. I quite like these two. It's like the one main doctor and the guy that he's like teaching. I quite like him. And he looks at it, and first of all he asked me why my bandage isn't on, and I lied. I said, oh, it was loose this morning, so I just took it off, where in reality it wasn't that loose yesterday, and I took it off yesterday because it was just pissing me off. But my rationale was, I did say yesterday, my rationality was, look, if I take it off and it's not swollen, then there's no point going tomorrow. If I take it off and it is swollen, an extra night in the bandage isn't going to magically unswell it, and I'll go to the hospital. Because you don't have to be a doctor to tell if your fucking ear's swollen, especially if you have a healed ear on the other side of your head. Easy to compare. So I took it off, and boom. He didn't even wait until we got into the room. He just looked at it and he said, "That's fucked." He didn't say that's fucked, but he said, "Obviously it hasn't healed." And then I sat down in the bed, or like the chair/bed, and he just said, "Okay, did you eat anything this morning?" And I was like, "No." Usually I always eat breakfast, but as I said today, I skipped it because I was in a rush. He just said no, and he says, "Okay, we're going to operate in a theatre." And I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it. So they were going to put me under general anaesthetic and cut the fuck out of my ear. And I couldn't believe it. I would never have guessed that was how it was going to turn out. And I've never been in any operations before, but I was somewhat calm. I remember being a kid. My mum used to tell me these horrible stories. Like when I was a little kid and I was scared of the dentist, like most kids are. Not anymore, but most kids are scared of the dentist because there's just a little bit of discomfort. I mean, I never had any serious operations as a kid either, but it used to make me think, oh no, what if I do have something serious? And I used to worry a lot as a kid, and I feel like I just worried everything out as a kid, because now as an adult, there's things that I should worry about that I literally just don't give a shit. You know, like my tax returns, I should be doing, I don't give a shit. You know, things like some job situations, I don't give a shit. So like, I feel like I've used my worry muscle, exhausted it by the time I'm 21. But yeah, it was. why did I say that? Yeah, so now I'm in the hospital and I'm pretty relaxed. You know, they've just told me that they're going to put me to sleep, and I was actually pretty chill. I was like, you know what, I've never had this before. I'm curious to see how it is, and you know, I felt in safe hands. But then I thought, okay, well these guys have fucked up before, so you know, let's see how this goes. But yeah, overall, I guess I was just kind of curious. So this time they walked me down to the waiting room that I was in a few days ago. But of course I was in a different queue, so it wasn't that bad. And do I have more diamonds that I left somewhere? That was quite good. Full diamond armor, boom. Yeah, so they walked me down. I sat down, and yeah. So I sat down, and then I asked the lady. I said, "Hello. I wasn't expecting to be operated on today. I need to move my car. How long do I have?" And she was lovely. She was like, "Just move your car, babe." And to be honest, I just thought I'd ask just in case, but I knew the likelihood of me being called on in the next 20 minutes was extremely unlikely. So I just wanted to check. So I went out, moved my car. I called my nan up. I was like, "Hi, sorry for being weird earlier. Turns out they want to actually operate on me, so I can't drive my car home because I'll be under drugs. So anesthetics. So can I drive my car back to yours?" And the original plan that she was going to pick me up, but this was just around midday. But obviously I was in the hospital all day, so by the time it was finished, my dad was out of work, and he ended up picking me up. So dropped the car off. My nan drove me back to the hospital, said goodbye, said sorry, even though she was whinging at me again in the car. So I just kept my mouth shut because fucking hell, it's just easier if you just don't say anything, you know. So let's make some armor. Yeah, so just kept my mouth shut in the car, got in, and I asked my nan for a phone charger, which I need to give back actually, and that was definitely a good idea. For some reason, I downloaded the movie Layer Cake on my phone, which was good because the Wi-Fi could actually use YouTube videos, but it couldn't do Netflix. So you know, I was pretty occupied. I was prepared. I was happy just watching videos and movies. I watched Layer Cake in its full entirety. It's a really good movie. I've seen it before. I really like it. There's really good messages in there too, and I love British movies like that. Um, yeah, I definitely recommend it. And I love that era so much. 2004. I mean, I wasn't really conscious that I was 2 years old in 2004, but like 2000, just around that era, I remember probably growing up with like cars and shit, and like I don't know, just the whole vibe that time had. I just really loved. I love that era. How's it mate? No way. Yeah, so basically, where was I? See, I was watching the movie and I got called out. I don't know I can't remember what it's called, but they put this thing in your arm so they can either take blood out or put drips in and kind of inject you without having to inject you, which is really cool. Oh my god, the most gorgeous lady called me out. But now I knew. I know. I apologise, guys. I know almost every video I'm saying I saw this gorgeous girl today. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I think it's just my age. But this, I mean, when I say this, my standards aren't low, guys. You know, when I say this, I genuinely mean these are like absolutely gorgeous ladies on women, and obviously I still have strong feelings for that girl at the restaurant, but it still stands that there's other really pretty ladies out there. Oh my goodness, I wish I could show you. But basically, this lady called me out, and I was like, oh shit. This lady's gonna be injecting me, and I can't be a bitch now. Okay, if there's a dude, I could maybe like make a wheezy face or a noise. I'm like, look, this guy's fucking fit, so I'm literally not gonna make a noise. She injected me, and actually, wasn't that bad at all. And she goes, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, how are you?" Yeah, she was absolutely gorgeous. Oh my god. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see her again. Really, you know, would have been nice to see her again, but you know, that's the way it is. You know, I hear that nurses are fucking freaky. You know, I'm not sure if any of you guys. Oh no, why is it protection 3? That's so gay. Oh my god, I'm gonna wear that anyway. Yeah, I hear that nurses are freaky. My friend, I read it on Reddit, and my friend worked in hospital, and he told me as well. Nurses are freaky, and they're all in relationships, but they have mad affairs with their own colleagues and shit. It's fucking, I don't know why. Why would somebody in that kind of profession be horny all the time? Like, in a hospital, I'm not fucking horny at all, you know? It stinks of shit and sweat and BO. There's old people around that are dying. It's like, what? I don't understand why. And nurses see the worst of it. They've got to like wash people's bums and shit. Like, I don't really understand why nurses are horny, but apparently they are. I don't understand why at all. But you know, more power to them, son. But yeah, oh my god, she was bloody gorgeous. Oh, but yeah, anyway, so a little bit more waiting, and I was called again by this guy who's in charge of like the anesthetics, and he's just explaining to me that all of the bad things that could happen, which you know that is very low percentage, but it's still worrying. You're like, fuck, okay. And it was weird. I kind of came to the point. I was like, dude, if I die, you know, people will be sad for maybe a month. What people close to me be sad for a month, but then they'll just start living life again, and I won't even know that I'm dead. So, you know, whatever. I literally just thought, whatever, you know. Thoughts like that, like, when I'm okay with that, kind of worries me. Obviously, I'm not suicidal, but if I die under anesthetic, I don't really care, you know. I mean, it just saves me all this bother of trying to become rich and respected. You know, obviously, I won't be worrying about that anymore. But you know, everybody will be sad for a bit and then they'll move on. You know, it's a bit of a like I'm kind of really like with my friend who died. I'm seeing everybody that I know that knows him. They're just like, I mean, of course, I can't speak for how they feel in private, but their public social media is just like back to normal again. Fucking, it just makes me sad. But of course, like, yes, carry on. I don't really know how I feel about it, to be honest. You know, I mean, I'm sure they have him in the back of his mind somewhere, but it just makes me feel funny. So yeah, this guy spoke to me about the risks of anaesthetics, asked me lots of questions. I asked him if any of these drugs were going to show up if I get tested in March for this big fight. And he said, good question, never been asked that before. Congratulations on the big fight. He actually yeah, that was pretty dope. There was like 2 nurses that did jiu-jitsu. I was like, yo, what's your favourite submission? And I guess I need XP, so I'll kill some of these motherfuckers. Shit. Oh shit, is it only fucking babies left? Oh my god. That was barely any XP, what the fuck? Oh wait, I have a skelly spawner, don't I? I guess I could turn that into an mini XP farm. What is the best way to get XP again early on? Just mining, I guess. Smelting. Mining quartz, that was it. Oh, that never sucks on this realm. Alright, I'm gonna try mining quartz. Where's my quartz downstairs? So yeah, answered all these questions, waited a little bit longer. Then I was called in finally. Didn't take too long, and followed these guys. Oh no, I got called in, sat down in this little other room that wasn't far from the waiting room, and they took my blood pressure and temperature, and asked me some questions as usual, like the same. I asked it again. I've asked the same questions today so many times. I guess they got to do it, but it's fucking quite annoying. So yeah, I answered the fucking questions and stayed in the seat for a while. Somebody behind me, I think, shat themselves. It just stank. I was like, dude, could you just clean this out, please? And yeah, the nurses were great, you know. Obviously the waiting, they can't really help. I remember one of the nights when I went, it was really annoying because they didn't answer any of your questions. But you know, of course the wait is out of control. You can't control me because it's sick and need attention. But these ladies were fucking fantastic. Yeah, I can't fault it. Apart from the wait, but everything in their control was great. I got these questions, and this dude fucking turned up with a wheelchair, and I was like, yo man, I don't need to sit in that. I haven't gone under any operation. Like, why do you? It felt embarrassing. I said, hey, I can walk. It's fine. It's like, no, you have to sit down. I was like, why? It's fucking weird. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I sat down. He wheeled me whilst I was completely healthy, which felt fucking weird. And then eventually I was moved to a bed. No, I was moved to the, like, I don't know what the area was called, but I was put behind some curtains and I changed into this fucking gown, and I got to keep my pants on. The gown's different than like gowns I see on American TV when your fucking bum cheeks hanging out. Your back's actually, you do put it on from the front, but your back is concealed, which is nice. And so then I laid, and then they came back, asked me more questions. Quite a lot of them were repeat questions. You know, they had banter, so I was fine. And then I signed some papers, and that fucking worried me a bit because they were rushing me. They were like, sign this, sign this. And I was like, yo, there's a lot of writing here. I was like, I said to the guy, I'm like, am I gonna wake up with my kidneys, dude? He's like, oh, no promises. He's like, how much do healthy kidneys go for now? So at least he had the jokes. But so yeah, laid down, got wheeled again to this fucking, they call it a theatre. Dude, it was like something out of a movie. I thought I was going to be operated on in the first room, where it was just like a curtain and some machines, but wow. I was in this massive room with these giant lights above me with mirrors, and there was like 6 staff around me. And they had this thing on my arm reading my blood pressure. And then that thing that I got put in my arm earlier, this lady just put a syringe to it, injected something without telling me, and then I felt like if I could close my eyes, I could trace with a pen all of my blood vessels. For a moment, I was conscious of every single roadways and pathway of my blood vessel. It was really epic, actually. And I felt a little bit tingly, and then boom, I fell. I remember I said, whoa, and then I was gone. I was pretty disappointed in myself. I think most people last about 7 seconds. I'm probably went about 3, man. It's fucking shit. But like, I can literally feel this fucking liquid in my veins. As soon as it was injected in, I felt it around my neck and head. And yeah, then I was out. And then next thing I know, boom! I start grabbing stuff, and I wake up in this different room. And there's these 2 ladies next to me. And you know what? I've been looked after by many ladies in my life, and I think I prefer the care of black ladies. There's just something about it. It's just so like don't know. I don't really know. Maybe you guys would agree. They're just like the whole fucking recovery ward was all black lady. It's like they're just. It's like they're rooted inside for this. It's like it's so like I don't know. They were just so great, and yeah, I still felt a little bit weird when I woke up, and then I felt extremely emotional. One of the first things I thought of was my friend who passed away. I started crying like a little baby, and she asked me what was wrong. She gave me a tissue, and I just said my friend. I don't know why, it just popped straight into my head as soon as I woke up. I've been thinking about him a lot today. I thought about him a lot, I think 2 days ago before I started the video. I think I need to fucking print out a photo on my desk of me and him. But yeah, then I asked them if I was still handsome, and they said yes, very handsome. That was good. And then they wheeled me over, sat me up, took my mask off, took my heart monitors off. It was quite funny being hooked up to a heart monitor. I was playing with my breath and seeing what ups and downs it, and it was quite interesting. The lady next to me, whilst I was getting my arm thing taken out, the lady next to me, like, I don't know if she like, held her breath or something, but her machine started going crazy. I think she'd broken her leg, and she was on some sort of drugs after surgery, and her machine starts going boop, 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 like fucking Master Chief low on shields, bro. And the nurse that's taking my thing out fucking rushes to her like, oh my god, are you okay? And then she turns around like, yeah. And she's like, miss, please breathe. She thought she was fucking dying. But she was just holding her breath for some reason. Yeah, you know those nurses have seen some shit, boy. I saw some button on the guy's bed next to me that said CPR. And I was like, wow, that's so interesting. It probably like takes all the suspension and spring out of the bed, so if you need to do CPR, you can do it on a stiff surface. I read somewhere that if somebody's heart has stopped in their bed, you need to take them out of their bed and do it on the floor where it's harder. Because if you do it in their bed, it just springs down and up. You're not going to compress their chest properly. But yeah, it was super interesting. I just wanted to get out. You know, I was in this room and I was like, this is lovely. These ladies were really like tending to me really nicely. But I was like, I don't want to go now. I wasn't eating or drinking whilst waiting, and I had quite a thirsty feeling at the back of my mouth. But then all of a sudden, when I came to, it was all gone. And then I looked to my left, and I'm on this fucking IV drip, which I didn't ask for, but they put it on me. Probably some levels, that's all I needed. And all of a sudden, the thirsty feeling in my mouth disappeared. It was pretty fucking gnarly. But yeah, then this lovely Thai lady came to me as well in the ward, and she was fucking so small. She was so small, very caring, and she lovely. Got it out. She had to follow me to the toilet. I said, leave after you've passed. I thought they were gonna make me piss in a bucket or something, but they just wanted me to go to the toilet. So I could have just lied. I ended up downing loads of water so I could pee as soon as possible and get out. But if I knew that they just wanted me to go to the toilet without even watching, I would have just lied. I said, yeah, I need to go now. But yeah, that was. Oh yeah, and also the doctor that did the operation, the one that I've been seeing for the last few days, came in and said hi. And I was like, yo, Jay, spudded him. And yeah, I'll see him on. They asked me to come back on Friday now. Now I've got this other blue thing in my ear that's sewed in and holding it down, and it's much better. It looks better from what I can tell, and it's not a head bandage, so I'm very happy. I could probably work with this in. I don't think I'm on until Saturday. Oh, I'm on Friday, so that would be taken out Friday, and then I can wash. You know, all's good, all is well, all is good with the ear. It's a little bit more time off training, which is gay, but I might have to pull out of the competition that I have in 11 days' time. Not the big one in Wales, luckily. But I still wanted to do this competition too, just for good practice. But it looks like unfortunately I won't be able to do that now, I don't think. But yeah, so when I got home, my dad picked me up, and we stopped off at the shops from my request, and I bought shitloads of food. I bought a salmon sandwich. There was this chocolate on reduced price. I bought fucking 3 bars of big chocolate, as well as these biscuits that I liked. Had a spaghetti bolognese when I got in. Smashed 2 big bars of chocolate, as well as a salmon sandwich, because I didn't want to lose any weight, because I haven't eaten all day. And to be honest, oh my god, after the chocolate, I felt a little bit sick, but I gamed hard. Not hard, but I just gamed casually. And, you know, it was alright. I haven't put my headset on, you might be able to tell, I've got it on weirdly. And, yeah, interesting day, first operation, you know. Anesthetics are pretty awesome, you know. It's a tiny bit sore now, but honestly, these drugs are awesome, man. I'm not sure what else is in my bloodstream. I think there's some sort of painkiller. They've prescribed me for more painkillers, but I don't think I'll bother picking them up. And also, how lucky am I to live in the UK? This kind of shit would have cost so much money if I was in America. Oh my god. Like, the equipment that was being used on me was so expensive. And here I am, I've walked out without even taking my fucking credit card out. You know, it's insane. Fucking big up to the UK. But yeah, pretty dope. So yeah, came home, ate shitloads of food, played some games, watched a lot of YouTube, and that was it. Now apparently I'm about to have the